Hello, I'm going to do this video on adding a product that is a physical product. There's another video that I have for adding a service product. You'll see that I did this right here. This is where you go into your Shopify backend, and it would generally be, well, it is your domain, the front part of your domain. So if your domain is apple.com, it would just be the Apple part you put in right here. And then you go myshopify.com/admin. So this is what you type in. And then you sign in and you'll come to home, which is like dashboard. Click on products on the left, and then on the right-hand side here, click add product. So you type in the name. The description, and you can edit. Generally, you don't put any pictures in here because it has its own image. Then you would, you could center it, you can bold it, that kind of thing. Then you would upload an image. And I'll just go over to the side here. And product type, it's kind of like a grouping. It becomes very important for you when you have a lot of products, because then it's easier to, on the all products page, sort through by different products types or vendors. So in this case, I would just say, just for demonstration purposes, sorry. And then here, I've already done this once, but this vendor is generally going to be your company. Collections, it comes with homepage as a collection automatically. Collections are very handy to segregate what you're showing in the menu, so in the navigation menu, in the front page of Shopify, the website. You could do something like a collection for physical products, a collection for services. You could go deeper on the collections and show different things. Like I have astrology clients who have different signs, so Aries, Taurus, Gemini, that kind of thing as collections. And then they've assigned that each product to one of those collections. So that's what you could see. If you were into that, you would maybe just want to change your homepage every month or every time it switches signs, and then just have a feature of the collection of, Taurus, and have that on the front page. And then when Gemini season comes in, change it out. Those are ways that you can use the collection option. And then we go in here for pricing. And this is if you just have one specific offering of this product. So you would write in the price right here. If you want to do a sale, this is where you do the difference. So if you're deciding on a sale, the compare at price is the original amount. And the price is the sale price. So that's how you do sales in Shopify. Charging taxes, I always take that off because I don't know when I'm setting something up for a client. It's not my wheelhouse, I guess you would say, to do anything with tax. I would advise that that's something that you go over with an accountant, like you need to, how you want to structure all of that. And if you really have a store that has a lot of different items and you have to worry about, especially in the United States, the taxing is extremely complicated versus many other countries. I believe that there is a tax product called Ava Tax that actually has an app that will integrate with Shopify. So, that's something for you to think about, but it's not something that I cover. So inventory, if you're doing physical products, you may have inventory. It really depends on what you're offering. You may just have one-offs, and then you don't have to do that. You can uncheck don't track inventory. But if you have, you know, say you make candles and you have, 20 candles, then you can just say here that I have 20. It's up to you whether you want to add a SKU or a barcode. And then you go down and again, with the physical product, this is the shipping section. This is part of shipping in Shopify. There's a whole other video to make about shipping because it's a little bit more in depth. But generally, when you're doing products, it is really easy to do by weight. So this is the option where you would go in and say that this particular product, say, weighs 4 ounces, right? Customs information is if you're mostly just working with, domestic US or domestic Canada, whatever your country, domestic stuff, not needed to worry about this. If you're doing a lot of overseas, you might want to get this filled in, look into how to fill this in, obviously put your country, and then you would look into the information that your country has available to you as a business with this harmonized code. And you have to go through one by each product and assign it a code. So there's an awful lot of work involved, but if you have an awful lot of products and you're shipping internationally, it's worth setting this up, but I won't set this up in this case. And then variants. Variants is really the option for you to, again, like I had said, if you have a face cream and it's 4 ounces or 8 ounces, it's still the same face cream, it's just a different size. If you sell shirts, it's where you would put in, small, medium, large, extra large. And at that point, you would say if it was size, you would say small and then go with a comma and you get the next option, medium, comma, large, comma, XL. And then just enter and that finishes it. And at this point, you'll see where you can change the price points. And you can have your inventory set up for each. If you only have one small, but you have 10 larges, you would enter all that information here. And you could change all the pricing for that. The next thing that I'll show you is how to adjust, pictures and get into the options for the variants that you might want to play around with. You can also have certain variants on sale. If you're working on getting rid of some inventory and you have, 10 smalls, you just want to get rid of them because you're going to revamp the style or something like that. That's where you go in and adjust the variant. So at this point, I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to show, so if you hit edit on this variant, it's going to take you into another screen which shows them all. And it lets you at this point add a different image. So if you have, again, like the face cream and you have a 4 ounce and an 8 ounce, at that point, obviously the actual product looks different because you have a little jar for 4 ounce and a bigger one for 8. So at that point, you could do a different picture. And then when you go and see it, you're going to see the picture when you click on the drop down as a client or as a customer. You click the drop down and you see the different variants. When you click on 4 ounce or small, you're going to get the picture that goes with that. This is where, like I mentioned before, if you were going to put one of these or 2 of them, whatever, on sale, this is where you would do that, or all of them on sale. You go in and adjust each one of them individually and say, like, the compare price is the original price, and this is the sale price, the price. You can start doing all of your stocks at this point, or adjusting them at any time. You can do that all through here, where you can again say, if you hadn't done it before, if you add a new one, whether it's another size or another product or another. So your not size but weight. So pounds, ounces, kilograms, or grams are the options that you have. And this basically sets itself from a setting that you see over here in the bottom left-hand corner about where you are, because it kind of knows, like, I'm in Canada, and so it sets it up already as a kilogram, because that's how we measure here. But you're welcome to change them. That just comes in as a default. And then you hit save. And you go back to products. Now you can see here where I haven't marked any stock, and this would show you the inventory. There's also an inventory tab specifically so that you can see every single one more clearly what you have. So I'm going to go back into the products, and I'm just going to give you an example of what you'll see. This says sold out because I didn't write down that they had an inventory. So basically you'll see small, medium, large, and if I had the inventory in there, I guess I should put something in there so that it will show. Let's try. And at this point, actually, I'm going to just go in and show you what it's going to look like if we do play around with the pricing. You don't need to do this. The pricing is showing right here. Apologies, I didn't see that. So small could be 50. This could be 60. 70. 80. We'll just do that. And go right back out and watch this so you can see. So here you go. Your option is this, medium. And at this point, because we don't have any other pictures, it's going to show you the same picture for each. But if you have a picture assigned to every size or every different variant, it's going to show you that picture here. Your large is going to show you. And you can either just buy it or add it to the cart. This is where the description is going to show. And that's how you do a physical product in Shopify.